Thank you for the YouTube streaming, live streaming.
Okay.
Thank you for the YouTube live streaming. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Oh, good evening, Raya.
Good evening, Brian.
Okay. Good evening. Also, good morning to everybody. Now it is time to start our evening session. As we usually start, we start with the brief chanting of Metta Sutta. You all can join in with us to chant Metta Sutta. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long or large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere. Neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. As a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child, even so towards all living beings, one should cultivate a boundless heart. One should cultivate for all the world a heart of boundless loving friendliness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without a hatred or resentment, whether standing, walking, or sitting. Lying down or when awake, one should develop this mindfulness. This is called divinely dwelling here, not falling into erroneous views, but virtuous and endowed with vision, removing desire for sensual pleasures. One comes never again to birth in the womb. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Let's have a comfortable seats. Keep your palms together, right upon left. Keep your body upright. Head should be straight forward. Relax mentally and physically. Take a deep and long breath and let it go slowly. Again, take a deep and long breath and let it go slowly. The mind is relaxing as well as the body. Cut off the whole world, come to this moment. There are so many objects that you are holding in your mind, likewise, pictures, sounds, taste, feeling, sensation, accumulations. All these objects are disappearing. You feel whole your body is relaxing. Let us use this wonderful opportunity to generate loving friendliness thoughts. First of all, focus on yourself. Generate metta loving friendliness thoughts towards yourself. May I be well, happy and peaceful. Move in your mind head to toes. Generate metta thought. May I be well, happy and peaceful. You feel wellness, happiness, sorrowlessness, and painlessness. Let us share this metta with others. As I am all my family members, friends, relatives, and neighbors be well, happy, and peaceful. If you have any unwholesome, unfriendly thoughts of them, use this opportunity to develop compassion, equanimity along with your metta thoughts. Let us extend all living beings in this country, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. All living beings on this continent, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. All living beings on earth, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. All living beings in this galaxy, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. Finally, break all the boundaries and limits. Just practice metta to the universe. Seen, unseen, humans, non humans, living near or far, born or coming to birth, all living beings be well, happy and peaceful. Just practice metta to the universe, unlimited loving kindness thoughts, and unconditional loving kindness thoughts. Being in this metta development, continue in mindfulness. Let us practice mindfulness of breathing meditation. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Pay full attention to your inhalation and exhalation and develop your mindfulness through your breathe in and out. Paying full attention, keeping your mind end of your nostril. The mind has become a gatekeeper to watch your natural inhalation and exhalation. Mindfully breathe in, breathe out. Developing your mindfulness, you can see the nature of your inhalation and exhalation. Particularly be aware whether it is a short breath or long breath, the nature of your breath. When you are breathing in a short breath, understand as a short breath. When you are breathing in a long breath, understand as a long breath. When you are exhaling a short breath, understand as a short breath. When you are exhaling a long breath, understand as a long breath. Thus, develop your mindfulness, practicing mindfulness of breathing meditation. Mindfully breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Painful attention, developing your mindfulness. you can see how important your breath is. This whole life is depending on the breath. Whenever you stop this breathe in and out, that would be the last moment of this existence. Breathe in, breathe out. Even though the breath is not me, the breath is not myself, the breath is not mine either. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Developing your concentration, let us see impermanence of your breath. The breath is changing and changing. Even though conventionally we have a idea concept as a breath, but absolutely there is nothing such a thing that we can take as a breath. There is a process rising and falling. With the help of this activity rising and falling, it's create something that we call breath. With the help of that breath and mentality and materiality, it's create, we can see conventionally, living being, a living being. But all these components are impermanent. Through this experience of your breath, you can see that impermanence. Breathe in, breathe out. The breath is changing and changing. There is nothing to hold as a breath. It is a process, changing and changing. In this manner, you can develop your concentration through your inhalation and exhalation. This is the base to develop our mindfulness. Developing mindfulness, we can open our mind to develop our wise thinking ability, which we call wisdom. Taking this opportunity, let us practice mindfulness of breathing meditation, following all these steps. Let us practice. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Dukkhapattaca nidukkha Bhayapattaca nibbaya Sokapattaca nisoka Hontu sabbe pipanino. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you. Let us start our Dhamma sermon. We are in Dhammapada, stanza number 87 in Pandita Vagga. Kanhang dhammang viphaya sukhang bhaveta pandito. Oka anoka agamma viveke yatta dhuramam. This stanza is giving us another directions to explain about the wise persons, wise techniques particularly. As we know, we have a goal to establish our happiness. So we are work on that morning to evening, each and every time and every day in 36 days in the year. We are trying to establish our happiness. But sometimes most of the people are fail. They born to this world having that aspiration, but they are living from this world without achieving any of these goals. In this particular stanza is giving us a wonderful thoughts about this situations, to explain about the situations. Kannam dhammang vippaya sukkam bhaveta pandito oka anoka agamma viveke yatta duramam. Viveke yatta duramam. This is the main trouble that we have. Viveke means lesser time period, pre-time period to practice. Yatta duramam. Lesser time is far away from us because we are living in this mundane world, spending time with enjoying with sensual pleasure. What kind of life is that? We call it lay life. In this lay life, we pay attention to our sensual pleasure. So we don't have enough time to practice, to develop our spirituality, because we are very weak to manage the time. Time is so limited. We born to this world as a human beings, as you know, with this understanding Our thoughts are unlimited with these sensual pleasures. Those sensual pleasures no one can satisfy spending in your whole life. This is the nature of mundane lay life. So, the wise man leaving the home of craving and having Nibbana as his goal. The wise man ready to leave the home of craving and having Nibbana as his goal. Living in lay life, in mundane lay life, they are not able to get the time to practice. Then, as a wise person, that person is ready to leave from that lay life, that kind of lay life, to save time, because that person has a goal to achieve nibbana. Nibbana is his goal. Should give up dark states and cultivate pure, good ones. Living as a layperson, maintaining a lot of social engagement, he is not able to find a time to practice himself because he has a lot of social bondages, social activities to engage, responsibilities as obligations and duties. This is the main trouble that we have in lay life. So, as a layperson, you should manage to go through your goal, to achieve your goal, go through all these difficulties. That is the way how we should practice. And if you don't have that much bondage, yes, you can you can completely leave him from lay life and to become a monastic to practice Dhamma. But as you know, most of you don't have that opportunity. You have a lot of bondages. You have huge backpacks, responsibilities, duties, so many things are there. So you have to take care of those things. You can see the life stories of the Buddha in his previous lives. When he was practicing as a bodhisattva, how was how he managed? He was managing his life, even though sometimes perhaps he was a king, he was a religious leader, a leader of the group, and perhaps sometimes some other household responsibility. He lived with some other household responsibilities, but he had managed all these duties and responsibilities and obligations too. You can see through these all life stories, previous life stories of the Buddha. Particularly, as we know in Jataka story, there are 550 Jataka stories. Among those Jataka stories, the Bodhisattva started to practice as a Bodhisattva, uh, living as a lay person. Most of the Jataka stories that if he born in human world as a human being, he born to family and he married, he had kids. This is the way how we practice, because there is opportunity to develop our abilities. Just think about living as a lay person, as a mundane person. You have responsibilities when you are living in a lay life. First responsibility, if you are living with your parents, you have responsibility to take care of your parents. When they get in old, they can't do things very strongly. They need help, and with that help you have to develop your patience. If you don't have that patience, then you, there might be a conflict with your parents and you, because you don't have patience, but they are weak physically, perhaps not mentally. Sometimes some of them are weak mentally too. Their thinking ability going to getting loose, and also their physical abilities are getting loose. In this complete, it's create a complete, because your abilities are very high, their abilities are very low. This is the way how we create conflicts. If you don't have equanimity, tolerance, patience, then you develop your anger. Automatically, it will happen to you. Some perhaps you might not notice it. It's happening. So, next connection, if you marry to someone, then you have to think about another person all the time. When you are eating, you have to think about another person. When you are sleeping, you have to think about another person. Each and every moment, you have something in your mind, because you married to someone. You have obligation to take care of that person. You have obligation to support that person mentally and physically. That is obligation. So you don't have any freedom. You have a bondage. Because of that bondage, you don't have freedom. So sometimes you might have thoughts to practice Dhamma, but you don't know how would be the next person's mind, whether that person is ready to help you or not. In Bodhisattva stories, Jataka stories, luckily they had that facilities. Mostly the Bodhisattva had supports from his wife and kids. But in this very life, we don't know we whether we have that facilities or not. But there is opportunity, there is situations to create unhappy thoughts, because you are living with someone. When you are having kids, children, you have more obligation, more duties, more responsibilities. Simply take example. You have a child. You have a child. You are coming from your work. You started work in the morning 8 a.m. You work there until 4 p.m. You left from your place having a thoughts, or today I was very busy, I'm fed up, I am very tired, I want to go to bed early before having my dinner or anything, I want to rest a little bit. You have that thoughts. Having that thoughts, you are going into your home where you are living with your family members. Your wife or someone, or husband or wife or someone is there asking, waiting for you to get some supports, because your children or your child is sick. Then how would be the situation? Can you get rest? Do you have any opportunity to relax yourself? You are coming from the office, which was very busy, hectic time period. Now you are going to your place, your dwelling place, to relax yourself. But in this situation, is it helping you to relax yourself? No. Right away, you have to think about your obligations, your duties, responsibilities. Then you have to rush to hospital with your child. There is no excuses for this. These are the perfect time that you can use to develop your compassion, loving friendliness, sympathetic joy, equanimity. So, if you are wise enough to manage your duties, responsibilities as a living as a layperson, then you don't want to leave from them. You can use that opportunity to develop yourself, to use these opportunities to practice Dhamma. But if your mind is not ready to accept those things, then better to leave from that life to practice Dhamma if you are really eager to practice Dhamma. In here, in this particular stanza, mentioning few things. Viveke Durman, this is the one of particular verse that we should. In lay life, when you are paying full attention for external things, your lesser will be far away. The lesser time go away from you. You don't have any lesser. You don't have any free time. Why? Because you are paying attention to unnecessary way for sensual pleasures. If you are not able to manage it, then to develop your insight, to speed it up, your practice, you should leave from the lay life to gain much time to practice yourself. Much time to practice yourself. Uh, this is the meaning that given by this stanza. Kannan dhammang vippaya sukham bhaveta pandito. Who can do that? Only the wise person can do that. Only the wise person can do that. Others are not able to live from their lay life to monastic life because they have a lot of bondages. They like to maintain those bondages. So, when you are living as a lay person, if you are not managing well, then you should be very careful because there are so many opportunities to develop your unwholesomeness, akusala, kanhang, dhammang, vippahaya. So, kanhang dhammang means akusalas or unwholesome deeds. There are so many paths for unwholesome deeds, to do unwholesome things, to accumulate unwholesome deeds, which is very dangerous. So, understanding this situation, understanding the nature of this lay life, you should develop your mindfulness, your wisdom. Developing your wisdom, yes, you can manage your time, managing your time. You can be a successful person even living in a house, but if you don't have that opportunity, then better to live from that life. It is nature of wise person. because he's ready to sacrifice that. Okay, I think that would be enough for today. Let us continue this sermon tomorrow. Then we can uh, get to know more things about this istensa, because next istensa also connecting with this istensa. Anyway, thank you very much for your participation. Uh, let's continue tomorrow. Now, this is the best time to use to share merits with others. Let us share merits with our departed relatives, friends, family members, and pets who
Pets.
departed name of us. By the power of all these merits and metta thoughts, may they all be well, happy, and peaceful. Having that aspiration, say sadhu, sadhu to share merits with departed one. Also, whoever is affected by COVID 19 and any other sicknesses, by the power of these merits and methods, may they all be well, happy, and peaceful. May they be able to get rid of their suffering and pain. Having that aspiration, make blessings upon them, saying, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. May we all be well, happy, and peaceful. All your wishes come true by the power of these merits and metta. May we all be able to attain ultimate bliss of Nibbana, having that aspiration, say, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. By means of these meritorious deeds, may I never join with the foolish. May I join always with the wise until the time attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be. From the highest realms of existence to the lowest, may all beings arisen in these realms with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. Good night to West. Have a wonderful day to East. See you.